Well, some new numbers out this morning from Fred Victo find that nearly half of Canadians believe homelessness has become normalized and so common despite the increased visibility of a homeless population. Joining us live this morning to talk more about this is Keith Hambly, the CEO of Fred Victo. Keith, when I spoke to the food banks, when they made a similar finding that Canadians sort of think of people like using food banks as kind of a regular, almost part of daily life in Canada, I was concerned. And here we are again now with homelessness as being kind of normalized here. How concerning is this finding that Canadians are kind of not at peace with it, but accepting homelessness?
It is sad that what we found, 54% of Torontonians are seeing as homelessness as part of daily life in the city of Toronto.
Yeah.
However, I think there's a bit of a silver lining in here, that we also found that probably over 50%, nearly 60% of people said they want to help but just don't know how. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the critical point. The City of Toronto, people in the City of Toronto have heart and have passion and want to do something and want to know how to do something and to respond to homelessness. We have 15,000 people who are homeless each and every day in the city, and over the holidays will be homeless.
Yeah.
Our launch of our recognition of National Housing Day starts today in Conference Square, mm-hmm. Where the installation there has 15 figures, each representing 1,000 people who are homeless in the City of Toronto.
Right.
We need to bring the visibility back to the City of Toronto of homelessness, but also how can we help?
And we have some of those pictures right
absolutely.
now, Keith, on screen here of what you will see at Sankofa Square today representing this. Mm-hmm. It's a stunning statistic. And you talk about, the big hearts that Torontonians mm-hmm. have indeed. But people kind of don't know, like, is it, can I help? Is it the city? Is it the province? And so how does Fred Victo sort of factor into this?
It is a collective action. Mm-hmm. And yes, different orders of government help in big ways. But every individual here in the City of Toronto can make a difference in a person's life.
Yeah.
Coming down, to give an example, coming down to our activation center at Sankofa Square today and tomorrow is a good way of doing that. Our campaign launches today, and for the winter campaign, our goal is $500,000. And in the City of Toronto, that's a small amount of money, but mm-hmm. that makes such a big difference in a person's life. It goes to buying everything from a cup of coffee to maybe the first and last month's rent mm-hmm. to get somebody into housing, out of the shelter system, out of the street, into a particular house that can be secure for them, secure tenancy, an ability to get back on your feet and get on with your life.
I mean, security, safety, and dignity,
absolutely.
Right? That's really part of what you're trying to achieve.
Absolutely. The dignity of having a key in your hand, opening the door, and closing the door behind you is so impactful. I've been in this sector since the mid-90s mm-hmm. at Fred Victo.
Yeah.
I remember the first move-in I did of a person who was homeless for many, many years into one of our buildings and giving him the key to his room, or his unit.
Yeah.
But for the first time, he was homeless maybe about 10 or 15 years. And he said, I have now the dignity of closing my door.
Yeah.
And that is such a powerful thing that has stuck with me. I hope that people do see homelessness. We do see it every day, but really, truly see it, that there's a solution that they can be a part of.
So what have you seen? Because it's really interesting to draw mm-hmm. on your experience, Keith, of, almost 30 years being mm-hmm. in this field and helping people and doing what you can here. What have you seen the biggest change in? Is it the sheer numbers? Is it the attitudes?
I think, yes, people are a bit overwhelmed by the volume. Mm-hmm. We say standing together, we have to see homelessness. We do see it every day. Mm-hmm. But it becomes overwhelming, and that's the how. Like people, I said earlier, that really want to do something, want to make a difference, but just don't know how.
Yeah.
And the how is coming to our website, fredvicto.org, coming down to Sankofa Square mm-hmm. To make a difference there. And as much as a journey and a pathway to housing for people who are homeless, we have a pathway for individuals in the City of Toronto who can make a difference and mm-hmm. and be part of our campaign, be part of our organization going mm-hmm. forward to help people.
The one thing, Keith, that we hear time and time again is, many people, the precariousness of life these days could potentially be like a bad day, a bad week away from the precariousness of homelessness.
Absolutely, and I think that's, you mentioned earlier, what have we seen differently? Mm-hmm. I really think since COVID, that was such a disruptor to international communities,
Certainly.
much less local communities.
Yeah.
it just emphasized and amplified the precariousness of affordability in the city of Toronto.
Yeah.
We often say a person is one paycheck away from being homeless.
Yeah.
That is, it's probably 1 week away from being homeless, or can't even make the rent, and trying to cobble together a response to that, and then suddenly lose their housing, be on the street, live in their car. We've had situations where people are in their car in the parking lot of a shelter that we run to get into the shelter.
Yeah.
And that just speaks volumes to not just the need for emergency responses, but also the need for long-term secure housing. But again, I don't want to say it's overwhelming for the individual in the city of Toronto. Everybody in this city can lend a hand, be part of the solution, walk with us on the journey with our community to get housing.
Well, listen, Keith, thanks for doing what you're doing. Really appreciate this.
Much, Nick.
And good luck with the campaign this year.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Good to talk to you this morning.